Hi everybody, in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys 5 of the biggest mistakes that you should avoid when going in for your immigration interview. Hi everybody, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Michael Ashoori and I'm a US immigration lawyer based in Los Angeles, California. At my law firm, we regularly post immigration videos to keep our audience informed with updates and changes to US immigration law. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. Another important point that I want to mention is that if you have any questions throughout this video, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I review the comments regularly. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the reason why you're here. And it's to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that you want to avoid when going in for an immigration interview. Now, the first big mistake that I want to talk to you about is guessing. Do not guess on your answers. What happens is that sometimes people do not know the answer and they feel like they have to know the answer. So rather than saying, I don't know, they guess. And the problem with guessing is that if the immigration officer finds out that you were in fact, your answer was incorrect, they may determine that you were lying. And based on that determination, they may view your case with a higher amount of scrutiny, where they may not necessarily believe your answers because they thought that answer turned out to be false. So if you do not know the answer, let them know that you do not know, but do not guess, because it can lead to consequences. So that's the first big mistake that I want to tell you about, is do not guess. The second big mistake that you should avoid during your immigration interview is rambling. Do not ramble. For whatever reason, people that go in for immigration interviews feel like it's their opportunity to tell their whole life story. But it's a mistake because, first of all, it can aggravate your immigration officer. So when the immigration officer asks you a question, answer that question. Do not go on a tangent. Do not answer the question excessively in more detail than is required. Do not answer questions that are not asked of you. So keep your answers to a point where you're answering the question and you're not necessarily going too far beyond the scope of the question. Again, because you have the potential to aggravate the immigration officer. They're doing many interviews a day, and you don't want to annoy them. So that's mistake number 2. Do not ramble. Okay, moving on to mistake number 3. And mistake number 3 is that you need to make sure, do not come to the interview without all of your documents. Basically, when you go in for an interview, whether it's inside of the United States or at an embassy outside of the United States, before the interview, you're going to have a list of documents that are required of you for the interview. Make sure that when you come to the interview, you have those documents with you. Because if you do not have those documents, the immigration officer may reschedule your interview or potentially cancel your interview. So make sure that you have all the documents required when you go in for your interview. That's mistake number 3. Moving on to mistake number 4, which is do not lie to your immigration officer. Now, there may be a situation that comes up in the interview where there's a temptation to not fully tell the truth or to lie. And it's important to know that you should not do that. You should absolutely not lie to the immigration officer. Because if it's determined that you lied when answering the question, it can lead to serious consequences with respect to future immigration benefits that you're seeking. And it can lead to severe consequences with respect to this current immigration benefit that you're seeking. So whether you're going in for your green card interview or you're going in for a visa interview, whatever the case may be, the consequences of being found out that you lied can be very severe. So do not lie to the immigration officer. Now, mistake number 5, and it's surprising that I have to say this, but mistake number 5 is do not be rude to your immigration officer. For whatever reason, many people have this sense of entitlement this arrogance about themselves when they're going in for an immigration interview. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. You are seeking a benefit to come to the United States. When you're at your interview, approach the interview with a sense of humility. Be kind, be humble, be respectful, because ultimately you're coming in and you're getting a benefit, and you don't want to be rude, you don't want to piss off your officer, you don't want to upset your officer. I'm not telling you to be over the top, but I'm just saying don't be rude, be respectful, treat it like you're almost going in for a job interview. The same way you would go in for a job interview, with that same level of respect and courteousness and kindness. Treat the immigration officer with that same level of respect. It will be very helpful for you and for your case. Now, I know I said that we're going to talk about 5 of the biggest mistakes to avoid, but there's one more mistake that I want to mention to you, and we're going to kind of add it as an extra mistake to avoid. And the mistake is being unprepared. This should never happen. You should never go into your immigration interview unprepared. You should have a good, solid understanding of what's going to be asked of you during the interview. If you're working with an immigration lawyer, your immigration lawyer should absolutely prepare you and let you know what types of questions are going to be asked of you, so you go into the interview knowing exactly what's going to take place, what the procedure is going to be like, what kinds of questions are going to be asked, so you go in well prepared. If you do not have an immigration lawyer, it's not the end of the world. There is a lot of free information available online. So do your homework. Google, YouTube, find out what typically takes place during the specific interview that you're going in for. Because being well prepared is going to work wonders for you, for your sense of calmness, for the level of the relaxed feeling that you're going to have when going in. So make sure to be prepared. Now, those were 6 big mistakes that you should avoid during your immigration interview. I hope you guys got a lot of value from this video. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. If you know anybody that's going to go in for an immigration interview in the near future, go ahead and share this video with them. Ultimately, what we're doing here is we want to provide you guys with knowledge, because you guys can take that knowledge and turn it into power to be successful with whatever you're choosing to do in the future. So again, I hope you guys got a ton of value from this video. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, so that way you can be informed about all the videos that we're posting. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video.